Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Jay's Spot. Episode 27. 27. We working. I got on a little late, was kind of rushing, but I'm here. I'm logged on. I'm going to give people a couple minutes to get on. Thank you for those that's tuning in. Thank you for those that support Jay's Spot. Thank you for all those that just support. That support and, been grinding with me since day one. And I appreciate you guys. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you guys. So, we on episode 27. The topic we talk about tonight is a 9-to-5 versus a drug dealer. So, we're going to just talk about that. Like, why some people don't want to, get a 9-to-5, or why some people rather, the fast life, the drug dealing life, like what's the repercussions behind the two? So, we're going to try to break that down tonight and, see what we come up with. So that's the topic for tonight. 9-to-5 versus drug dealer. For those that's tuning in right now, if you can, at the bottom of your screen, just click that share button so we can share this to, all the friends on your Facebook feed. Your friends on your list, period. Just click that share button and I appreciate it. Brown, what's up? What's up, bro? What's up, big bro? Salute. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. For all those that's tuning in also, like, if it's anything you hear, anything you like, just click that, the heart button or the thumbs up button. Let me know you rocking with your boy. Let me know you tuned in. Let me know let me just know you here. Like, I can only see the views. I can't see, like, names. So the best way I could see, like, who's logged in is, like, if you click the heart button or the thumbs up button. So I would appreciate that if you guys could do that. But, I hope everyone, the week just started, so it's only Tuesday. But, I hope everyone is having a good week so far and continuously have a great week. Yeah, continuously have a great week and a great weekend. So, like I said, the topic for tonight we talking about is a 9-to-5 versus a drug dealer. Now, some people could do a 9-to-5. Some people could do a stable job. Some people can handle having a boss. Then you have some people that want to be their own boss. They can't deal with anyone telling them what to do, bossing them around. They feel the pay is not enough. So they, switch paths, career paths, and they choose the fast life. Now, with the fast life, it's a lot that comes with it. A lot. Like, you have to constantly, and I do mean constantly, you gotta keep looking over your shoulders. Not only for the police, but you gotta be looking out for people that's trying to, like, rob you, especially if you're a big time person. It's no pension in that. Like, first and foremost, it's no pension in being a drug dealer. So you doing all these hard hours on these corners, but there's no pension in it. When you get a certain age, you're not getting no pension from that. Like, no pension at all. And then you have, like, a 9-to-5 now where you don't have to look over your shoulder. You don't have to worry about police. You don't have to worry about people trying to rob. You might have to worry about people trying to rob you. Like, if you have a good paying job and you caking it and people know that you're caking it, then yeah, you might have to, it's a possibility you have to worry about people like that, like trying to get at you. But there's a pension in a 9 to 5. There's Social Security in a 9 to 5. So all the years you put in out there, grinding, working, whether 9 to 5, 8 to 4, 10 to 6, 11 to 7, whatever it is, once it's on the book and you're paying taxes, you're guaranteed and entitled to a pension. So you putting in all that work on your 9 to 5, best believe when the time comes, you're going to get that pension. You're going to get a check every month. You're going to get something. Versus like the drug dealer, you ain't getting nothing. Now, you have some drug dealers, like they get into the game if they're smart about it. Because I don't knock anyone's hustle. You drug dealing, you doing whatever to get your money. I don't knock anyone's hustle. But the plan is to get in and get out. The plan is to get in, start a business up, switch that money from dirty money to clean money. So that way you don't have to worry about police. You don't got to worry about people trying to rob you. I mean, you still probably do. Yeah, but the chances aren't as high as if you were just still out there on them corners. And that's another thing too. You on them corners and you taking big risk. You out there, whether you do the night shift, which could be like midnight to 6 in the morning, or whether you do the early morning shift, you still got to worry about somebody trying to get at you. You still got to worry about people knowing you the man in that hood or you the man on that block, and people knowing you getting that money. You got to worry about all that. And what's worse, especially if you have a family to feed and to provide for, you don't want to get locked up and then there's no money coming in. You don't want to get killed, then it's no money coming in. Then your baby mother is left to take care of the responsibility of that child or those children. Now, opposed to you having like a 9 to 5, you getting your money. You getting your legit money. You paying your taxes. You paying your dues. You can enter a 401k plan. You're doing something good, and a lot of people don't like to work for little money. Now, and I've seen this over the years. Like a lot of people can't do $9 an hour. Granted, $9 an hour is a little bit of money, but if you do it and you do it and you do it, you'll eventually get up there to make it $15 an hour. It'll take some time, but come on, let's be real. Like, you rather it taking time, or you rather you being out there risking your life on them corners and possibly getting jammed up and doing 10 to 15 years versus bringing home like a $400 to $500 check every 2 weeks, where you worked for that. You bust your ass for that. You swept them McDonald's floors. You flipped those burgers at Wendy's or McDonald's. At the end of the day, you got a legit paycheck coming in. You don't have to stress and worry about someone running up on you when you go into your building to take the drug money from you or the drugs from you. When you leave there, you paying your taxes, you going home. And then what makes it good too, at the end of the year, you get taxes. Once you file taxes, you getting some money back. You getting some money back. Like, so you winning in a sense, and you just winning at a slow pace, but you're still winning. You are still winning. Now, a lot of people might have people that fell to the drug game. Like, I know some people that were close to me that, they lost their life in the drug game, and, they were trying to provide for their family, but it's just that things went left field. And, they died out there trying to, bring home some money for their family. Now, all those that lost someone due to the drug game, it's sad, it's hurtful. No one wants to lose anyone, especially to the streets, because like we all know, the streets don't love anybody. It don't love anybody. Them streets will suck you up, take all the energy from you, and then spit you right back out and could care less about you. But, got a comment came in. Whew, it's a long one, bro. But let me get to it. Both careers have a path at the end of the road. One is short term, one is long term. Many people are attracted to drug dealing because it is instant gratification and you get everything you want instantly, which is true. Sad but true. Fast cars, beautiful women, a lot of money immediately. Drug dealing is short term. The end of the road is you die young or you get locked up for a long time. And all the people who you were trying to impress, they won't know you anymore. That's true. Absolutely true. 9 to 5 job, you build a resume, you get experience. There is more of a future. You can get promoted to a supervisor pretty much. So a supervisor position or a CEO, depending on what job you have, it can be transferable. It can be a transferable job and you can relocate to another state. A 9 to 5, you surround yourself around positive people. A drug dealing is negative and you are around negative people, crackheads, stick-up kids, and other drug dealers who are jealous of you making more money than them. That's absolutely right. Absolutely right, big bro. Yeah, the whole drug dealing, you have like a short sentence, basically. You have a short sentence. Now, if you get in and you get out, then more power to you. But some people get in and they get greedy and they like what they're coming across because, like you said, big bro, like the fast cars, the beautiful women. You can take expensive trips. You could go anywhere in the world because you got that money. But then you also got to know you putting a time limit on your life because there's somebody out there that's watching you, seeing you doing all of this, and they jealous and they mad and they hurt and they bitter. And they're like, nah, we got to get him one night when he making a come up. Like when he make that come up and he bring a, and he catch like a good $10,000 sale, like we running up on him. And then you have some stick up kids, they'll run up on you, they'll let you go. And you have some stick up kids, if they know you about that life, they gotta end you right then and there, because they know if you know who's robbing you, you're gonna come back and you're gonna deal with them. So you have the game is like it's shaky. Now, like you just said, big bro, the 9 to 5, depending on what job you got, you can grind and bust your ass, and later on get a like you said, big bro, get a supervisor position, get a CEO position. Regardless to what, like, you building up a resume. Your resume speaks for you. You going into that interview, you just present that resume to the whoever's interviewing you. They look at your resume before you can even tell them about yourself. They basically see who you are on your resume. They see what you're about. They see what jobs you've held in the past. They see what jobs you can do. They see what you're about. Now with the drug dealer, like you ain't building no resume. Only resume you could build is a street resume. Like, you got street credibility. You got hood respect. Okay, and like, what is that getting you? You can't go into a bank and tell them, yo, I want a loan. You know who I am? Like, I'm such and such on these streets. They gonna look at you like, and how can we help you? So it's like, come on, like you ain't gonna get that far now. You're gonna, like I said, it's gonna be fast money. You flashing money, big watch on, big earrings, beautiful women, taking all these lavish trips. You going to Dubai, you going to Paris, you doing all that. All that's fine and dandy. But you don't know when you go outside that next morning or that next night who's lurking or who's waiting by the garbage can or who's waiting between two cars to just get that drop on you and take everything from you and end your life. You don't know. You do not know. Now with the 9 to 5, you don't got to worry about all that because you legit. You doing what you got to do. You working for small change, but it's going to build up sooner or later. And if you got that heart and that drive and that passion, it's going to build up. And when it build up, you're going to look back and say, yo, I started off at $8 an hour. Now I'm making $20 an hour. It's going to take time, but you just got to pace yourself. You got to pace yourself. Now, I know a lot of people don't like to hear like, oh, but that's too long. Who want to be working for 10 years and then you finally get $20 an hour? Granted, Nobody, no one wants to do it. It's hard. It's hard work. It's hard. But if you want to live a legit, safe life, that's the best life for you. That's the best life for you. Now, you have some women, they only deal with drug dealers. If you work a 9 to 5, they're like, nah, I don't want to mess with you. I like them drug dealers. I like them dudes that could give me $500 today and then tomorrow give me another $500. Okay, that's your lifestyle. That's what you like. So you must like, and no, not discrediting drug dealers, but you must like going to funerals. You must like being pulled over by the cops every minute because you in a Maserati, or you in a Porsche Panamera, and the cops looking at you and they're like, nah, we're gonna pull this dude over. You must like that lifestyle. I don't like that lifestyle. Me personally, I don't like that lifestyle. I like to be low key. I don't like people all up in my business. I don't like people knowing, what I got in my bank account. I don't like people knowing none of that. Like, I'd rather be low key. I'll be low key and live my life. Real talk. Message from B2B. Back in the day, these dudes are wasting their time in these streets. They're not making money like that anymore. That's true. Man, listen. B2B, you are absolutely right. The money back in the days, the street money back in the days, don't amount to the street money now. Because I personally can say, I remember back in the days, like in the 90s, like the middle 90s, yeah, like early 90s, middle 90s, like it was money on them streets. It was money on them streets. You could go out there and make a killing. You could go out there, really and truly, you could go out there and spend like a good 2 hours and see like a good $1,500 in 2 hours. And now for you to make $1,500, man, listen, you gotta be out there for hours, for days, for nights, just to see that kind of money. But at the same time, you're risking your freedom and you're risking your life. It's sad. Like for you to get that kind of money nowadays in this time and era, you got to be out there 24/7 to make $1,500. Unless you're established and you got that kind of clientele and people know your product is good and they come in like clockwork, then you good. You good. But then let's be real. Then you just make yourself a target because people just watching you and they like, yo, he getting that paper. So he gotta have some money up in that crib. Now, I know a lot of you saw Paid in Full. A lot of you, all my viewers out there, I know a lot of you saw Paid in Full. And if you could just click that thumbs up button or the heart button. Like, I know a lot of you saw Paid in Full. And you saw what happened in Paid in Full. His own homeboy tried to kill, his own homeboy did kill him, actually. Because in the movie, Cameron killed, Makai Pfeiffer. I think that's his name, Makai Pfeiffer. He killed them over some bricks. And then that's another thing you do in the drug dealing game. Like, you got to worry about your own homeboys on your team. Because if they see you making it and you getting that kind of money, some of them get envious. Some of them get jealous. And they're like, yo, this man is getting money out his ass. Like, I'm just going to run down on him one time. And I'm going to take everything he got. Mitch, there you go. Thank you, B2B. Thank you. Yes. Cameron killed Mitch in the movie. Yeah, exactly. It is a true story. Trust me. I know my history behind that. When it comes to things like this, I know my history on it. But I can't remember his name. But yes, that's a true story. His own homeboy killed him. His own homeboy. And it's like, you trying to get this money to feed your family in your small circle, but then you got people in the circle that's envious of you and they hungry and they like, yo, who's his connect? Where he getting this dope from, or this crack from, or this weed, or this Ari, or this whatever it is? Because I don't smoke, so I don't do drugs, so I don't know, but I do know those main names right there. But you got some people that hate. They hate with a passion. Another comment from Brown. Yes, I agree with B2B. Yes, it is a waste of time. Today's drug dealers are so open with their hustle. They do it on Facebook. Yo, bro, you are so right. They do that shit on Facebook. That is sad. They're so open with their hustle. They do it on Facebook Live. A drug dealer, you will never grow as a person. The thing about drug dealing, it is a great facade. You only see one side of it. You will see the flamboyant side. You don't see the nervousness, always watching your back from rivals. True. Police, drug dealers, drug dealing has its place. I would say people who are in high school, that is when they are really glamorized. Once you graduate from high school, those people, those people are not really honored, and usually people mature and you are looking for career jobs. You are looking for career jobs to make yourself a better person. Yeah, that's absolutely true, Brown. Like you said, you agree with B2B. Yeah, it is. Honestly, it is a waste of time nowadays. It is. It is, because the money is not the same anymore. The money is not how it used to be back in the days. Then, like I said a little while ago, you got to constantly watching your back. You got to watch out for rivals. You got to watch out for the police. You got to watch out for, basically other drug dealers, which could be rivals. Like, they see you making it. They want that. They don't want you on top more than them. They want to be on top. So it's like, it's like you risking your life for nothing. For nothing. And yeah, that's another thing too. Like high schoolers, like I noticed that too nowadays, or like high schoolers, like the girls, if you drug dealing, you doing any kind of drugs, like you said, Brian, they glamorized by that. They're like, ooh, look, he got like 2 knots in his pocket. Oh, he pushing the new Mozzie. He pushing the new Porsche. He pushing that new Range. Like, yeah, y'all high schoolers, and they doing that to get y'all, and then y'all like 17 dealing with dudes that's like 27 and 28. Like, come on. Where's the morals in it? Like, that's where some parents got to come in and put they necks on their kids, on their daughters' necks. Like, yo, you going to school to learn. You're not going to school to have someone picking you up from school, dropping you back home in the new Porsche and the new Range and the new Mozzie. Like, come on. And then always remember, if he's doing that for you, he's doing that to another chick. So you're not the only one. Remember, he has money. He can kick you to the curb and go to the next chick. He could go to the next chick. So, yeah, so like it's a lot of bad perks when it comes to like that drug dealing life. But then, like I also said, you got that 9-to-5 life. You don't got to worry about those kind of things. Because you going to work, you working for that small change. But at the end of the day, you know, if you get paid weekly, you get a paycheck. If you get paid bi-weekly, you getting a check. And then when tax time come at the end of the year, you getting back all the taxes that they took out of your check. So you going to be up for, a couple of months. Because like we all know, like tax time is when people, they flaunt that money. Like they'll go to the club and buy like a $400 bottle of Eight or Rose or Ace of Spades. But then we all know when April time come, that money gone. But for the month to 2 months, you feel like a king. You got your chest all poked out. You like, yo, I got a couple stacks in my pocket, couple stacks in my bank account. I'm good. But y'all just looking at the moment. Y'all not looking long term. And that's what it's about. It's about longevity. Y'all just looking at for the moment. Y'all just living for the moment. You got to also remember, like, if you have kids, you got to also build something for your kids. Build a foundation that, God forbid, if you go, they got something to hold on to. They got some money in the bank. They can say, yo, this is what my pops left for me. Or this is what my mother left for me. Because don't get it twisted. You have some women drug dealers out there, too. Don't get it twisted. You have some women drug dealers out there, too. But, yeah, that's what it's about. It's about leaving that foundation, leaving that legacy. That if you do go, unfortunate, like, you have something for your kids to hold on to. Your kids are they like, okay, I can run to the bank. This is what my pops left for me, or this is what my mother left for me. But then you go and you leave nothing behind. Like your kids, they left to struggle. They left to be hurt. They left to not know what to do. They not know where to turn. Like, come on, that's what people got to think about. Like, everything is good for the moment. It's for the moment. You need something long term. You need longevity. That's what you need. Yes, B2B Network made a very good point. Drug dealing is a lot more difficult now, especially with cameras and light posts, and everybody has a cell phone with camera. Most ghetto communities that were once neglected by police now have an abundance of police, such as Harlem, Bed-Stuy, Brownsville, Flatbush, and other ghettos across the nation. Gentrification makes it very hard to be a drug dealer. When whites move in, it's more police activity around because they want to feel protected. Absolutely true. Absolutely. When these white people, move in, they have to get that protection. So it's harder for drug dealers to make a sale. It's harder for drug dealers to make like $1, because it's like you said, big bro, it's cameras out there. You got cameras on these light posts. You got cell phones with cameras. And if you hustle on the block with like a nosy person and she got a camera, she gonna take pictures of you. Once you make that hand-to-hand sale, or once you get in and sit down in your car and then y'all both get back out, she's snapping pictures or he's snapping pictures. Then next thing you know, when they bust down on you, they got all this evidence against you. And it's like, how you denying it? I mean, you could deny it. You just better have a damn good lawyer. God bless her soul. You better have a lawyer like Johnny Cochran. Because when you red-handed, it's like, how you going to escape that? And also, and like you said, also, like, gentrification, like, it's, oh, I'm terribly sorry for that. Like, something just came in and messed up the stream. I'm sorry about that. But, yeah, gentrification makes it very hard for a drug dealer to make $1. Because once is whites moving in on your block or in your neighborhood, the police have to protect them. They have to protect them. And then they're making it hard because, you trying to get $1 to feed your kids or to get some formula or to get some Pampers. And it's hard because if it's cops on those corners, you can't make that sale. And this is what I always say, like, when it gets hard like that and it gets tough like that, that's when you should just hang up your drug dealing ways and just get a 9-to-5. Go out there and bust your ass and flip some burgers. Go out there and mop some floors. Because, come on, you get jammed up and them cops put them cuffs on you and you get caught with a lot of work, you looking at years. And then nowadays, they giving out zip code numbers for drugs. They are giving out zip code numbers. And now you get locked with just probably, I don't know, maybe a brick. You might be looking at 10 to 20 years for that brick. One brick. Now imagine the people that get caught with like 4 and 5 bricks. They probably be looking at life. They won't see daylight again. And then who suffers in the end? Your kids. I mean, you suffer, of course, but then who's really going to suffer in the end? Your kids. Your kid's going to suffer. Your baby mother or your wife is going to suffer. Then your family's going to suffer. And then you behind them bars and you like, yo, I should have got out when I had the chance. But that's the thing. It's too late. It's too late. Valid point, brother. Yes, you want your child to inherit something for your children. Drug dealers can't do that. Trust me, big. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Trust me, big bro. Like, I know. Trust me, I know. You wanna leave something back for your kids. Like, you wanna inherit something so your kids can hold on to something and keep your legacy going. Or they could also say like, yo, my pops passed or my mom's passed, but they left this money for me. Like, you grinding for your kids' future. You grinding for your kids to have a college education. You grinding, you're in that 401k, they take the money out of your paycheck. All that's going to your 401k. And then when you make it to that age, your retirement age of 65, I believe it is, so 66, you get a pension and a Social Security every month. Then you could say you straight. And then if you retire and you don't want to, stay at home, then you could get something, on the side, something off the books, something to just keep you going, something to keep your heart pumping. Like, although you're retired from your on the books job, you could also get something off the books. Like, it's true say, it's mind over matter. Like, it's true say. Another comment from Brown. A business that I can think off the top of my head is Golden Crust. The owner came from Jamaica, and he started with one store, and he is now in several states. See, look at that. Started with one store, and now he's in several states. That is the success of a 9-to-5 job that is passed down to several family members. 9 to 5, there is a greater chance to win. It is. There is a greater chance to win. With a 9 to 5, you can't go wrong with that. You can't. You cannot go wrong with a 9 to 5 job because, like I said, it's pension in it. It's stability. It's I said pension and Social Security is stability. You don't have to worry about being nervous. You don't have to worry about looking over your shoulders. You walk in that straight path, and it's like my big bro said on my Facebook, like, it's hard sometimes walking that straight path. It's hard because you trying to do the right thing, but then it's like everything is just pulling you from all different angles, left, right, center, middle, up, down. And it's like, yo, you trying to stay strong, and you trying to stand tall and fight through it. But sometimes some people just give up. And like I always say, I'm a firm believer I can't give up. I got to keep pushing and keep grinding and stay focused because I have 2 kids that's watching me. I have 2 kids that's watching me. So I can't give up. I can't. As many times I wanted to throw in the towel and be like, yo, I'm done with this 9 to 5 life. Many times I want to give up. I look at those 2 pictures of my son and my daughter. I'm like, yo, I can't. What am I going to say to them? Like, how they view me, it matters to me. How my kids view me, it matters to me. And some parents out there may not feel this way, but how my kids view me, that matters to me. It matters. And to some parents, it might not matter to them, but I mean, to each his own. I mean, that's dumb. That is dumb. But like Big Bro said, like, the business he could think of off the top of his head is Golden Crust. The owner came from Jamaica. Started out with one store. Now look, several stores in so many different states. So many different states. That man bust his ass. Bust his ass. Because he probably saw where he came from and said, nah, I don't want this for my family. If he had a family at the time. I'm sure he has a family now, but, he probably said, nah, I don't want this for my family. And he grind and grind and grind and grind. He pushed and pushed and pushed. And look at him now. So many Golden Crust stores throughout the state. Throughout the 50 states, I'm sure. Yeah. So he did what he had to do. And that's what it's about. Like, now, all these stores he have, like, if he has children, his children are set for life. They are set for life. And that's the path I'm on. That's the type of timing I'm on. Whatever it is I'm trying to do it for my family. I'm trying to do it for my kids. I have 2, but I'm trying to do it for them. I'm trying to have them straight and have them set before they get 18. That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm pushing. It's a hard push, but I'm pushing. I am pushing. So, yeah, some people might say the whole 9 to 5 thing is slow. It's not enough money for them. But at the end of the day, you're safe. At the end of the day, you're protected. At the end of the day, you have something to look forward to when you get a certain age. When God spares your life, you have something to look forward to. Another comment from Brown. That is a good point you made. Your children can keep you on the right path. Reason being, you don't want to fail them. That's true. And that's me. I don't want to fail them. When you're on your own, you can do what you want to do. When you have children, you live for them, and you don't want to be in a position where you are not around for them. So a 9 to 5 is the best thing you could do for your children. It is. It is, Brian. I salute you for that. It is. It's the best thing you could do for your children. Because at least you know that you don't have to worry about a jail cell. You don't have to worry about you being locked up and the next man raising your kids, or the next man your kids calling daddy or papa or poppy, because you know you there doing for your kids. Now, we all know when you behind the jail cell, you can't do for your kids. There's but so much you can do for your kids behind the jail cell. The most you can do is call them and write them letters. The most you can do. Now, I mean, if you work in the jail, you know, maybe you could send them a card, like a birthday card or something like that. But those are the most things I know you could do when you lock behind those walls. And I know it's a lot of I'm sorry. I know it's a lot of drug dealers that's locked behind those walls right now that's probably saying to themselves, like, I wish I didn't do that. I wish I didn't make that sale. I wish I didn't get his system 30 years of my life. I wish I didn't get his system 40 years of my life. Like, there's people really sitting up in jail for like 30 and 40 years. I mean, that's doing 30 and 40 years. Let alone people sitting up doing life. You got that L on your back. That's not going anywhere. You in there for life, which means you're going to die in there. And then another thing too, you got to think about, you get caught up, you get locked up, and they send you somewhere across the world. How your family going to come see you? What if your family don't want to do that whole commuting with you? What if they don't want to do that? Oh, I got to go catch a bus and drive all the way up there. And like, what if they don't want to do that? What if they like, yo, you put yourself in that predicament? What if they feel like, I'm not coming to see you? Then you up in there stressing. You up in there hurting. You up in there locked away from the world. Don't know what's going on. Don't know who's around your kids. Don't know who's humping your wife or your baby mother or your girlfriend. All that you got to sit and think about. And you have a lot of time to sit and think about that, because you got hit with like a 30 piece or a 60 piece or a life. So you got more than enough time to think about it. So it's like, at the end of the day, do you really want to go through that? Do you really want to put your family through that? Do you really want to put yourself through that? Is the better question. Like, do you really want to put yourself through that? Being told when to wake up, being told when to shower, being told when to eat, being told where to go work at. Like, do you really want to put yourself through that? Now with the 9 to 5, you don't got to worry about all that, because you got a 9 to 5. You getting a paycheck every week or every other week. You good money. You getting a paycheck every other week or every week. And then, like I said a little while ago, the end of the year come, you get something back. You get a nice big lump sum check back. You could see like a good 3,000, 4,000 back, and you good. So that's why I said it's all about pace. It's all about pacing yourself. And if you in it for that, for the long run, it's all about longevity. It's all about longevity. Believe it or not. It's all about longevity. Another comment from Brown. Many people don't realize until it's too late that the fast life is only temporary. That's true. You live fast, you die fast. Live the fast life, you only look good for a certain period of time. Longevity is key. And I just said that. Longevity is key. Yeah, you doing the drug dealing thing, but you only looking hot for a couple of months, a couple of years. Then next thing you know, police building up a case against you and they watching you and they just letting you dig a deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper hole for yourself. And then when they snatch you, they got you. And then sometimes those be the ones that get hit with that life sentence. And it's like, you try to fight it, but they're like, yo, we got evidence on you. We got proof on you. We got footage on you. Sometimes, push come to shove, they might even have a snitch on you. Someone that, like, yeah, he or she did that. He or she sells that. He or she this, blah, 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 blah. So it's like, the streets ain't the same anymore. Shit changed. Over the years, shit changed. And that's why, me as a man, I fell back a lot from the streets. I fell back a lot. I'm living for my family and my other family. When I say other family, I mean like, you know, cousins and stuff like that. Like, that's the type of time that I'm on. I could care less what goes on them streets. I could care less. It don't catch my attention anymore. It don't glamorize my eyes anymore. Like, it don't. It don't catch my eyes anymore. I'm good. Like I said, I'm living for my kids, and that's just what it is. I'm grinding for them. I'm pushing for them. I'm standing tall for them. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, when they get older and they look back on my legacy, they're going to say, yo, Daddy did his thing. Daddy started out with pretty much of nothing, but Daddy gained a lot. And also Daddy kept a lot, because like I said, longevity is the key. It's all about longevity in survival. Survival of the fittest, that's true, but it's all about longevity as well. All about longevity. You want to keep pushing, keep grinding. You have that stability. You have that foundation. You take care of your family. You have everything for your family pushed to the side. God forbid something happens, your kids are taken care of. They good. They don't have to go to nobody with their hand out looking for handouts, because all they got to do is just go to their bank account and like, this is what Daddy left for us, or this is what Mommy left for us. Real talk. In the ghetto, a lot of people want to outshine and outlive each other. That's also true. The best of the drug dealers did not make it. Gotti, Noriega, Dudas, and the list goes on. That's true. The list goes on. They all fell, and they in the end of their drug path, they end up the same way they started, and they end up having nothing. Yeah, that's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. They started out with nothing. They got a whole lot. They got a lot. But then in the end, what happens? They don't have anything. So it's just like you said, big bro, they start out with nothing and they right back to having nothing. Because all of that gets taken away. All of that gets seized. All of that gets confiscated. Yeah, you have no access to your own money. Your money that you bust your ass standing on them corners for. You don't have no access to it. All of that goes to the government. And what do they do with your money? I mean, I don't know what they do with drug dealers' monies, but I'm quite sure they keep that shit somewhere in a vault or whatever. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know where they keep like the money they get off of drug dealers, but like you said, big bro, like Gotti and Noriega, like all of them, look at them now. Like they did what they did. They had they shine for a couple of years, and then it all got taken away from them right under their nose. It all got taken away. And that's also another thing too, while I was talking about the movie Paid in Full, because I think his name is Harris Woods, the main character for it. Like, look what happened to him. He got shot in his head, and that woke him up. And then what happened? He was going home into his apartment, and a dude that he turned down and he didn't want to, give him a pack to work for him or something like that. Look what the dude did. Went into his crib, tied up his girl, his mother-in-law, and I think the kids. And as soon as he came in the crib, they rushed him. So all of this is what you got to look out for when you playing that drug dealing game. All of that you got to look out for. Your trust gets very limited because it's like you don't know who to trust. Like you could start out with a group, but then your group just keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and then it's like you don't know who to trust. Like who's watching you, who's creeping up on you. You really don't know who to trust. And with the 9-to-5, you don't got to worry about all that. I mean, with the 9-to-5, if you cake in and you become like a CEO or a supervisor that's making good money, and you like fly and flashy with your stuff, then yeah, you might have to worry about those kind of people because you're working a 9-to-5, but at the same time, you fly and flashy with it. So they like, yo, he got money or she got money. So we're going to run down on her or him and, and then everything gets taken away. Everything gets taken away. So at the end of the day, like, just keep pushing. I know it's hard to do a 9-to-5 nowadays in this time and era with the economy we living in, but a stable job is better than nothing. A stable job, a 9-to-5 beats 10 to 15 in jail. Believe it or not, a 9-to-5 beats 10 to 15 in jail. Because a 9-to-5, you got your freedom. 10 to 15, you don't got your freedom. You got to listen to what the guard's telling you what to do. You got to listen to what the warden telling you to do. Your freedom gets taken away. And then if you be a hard ass and talk back to the guards or the wardens, then they make it harder for you in there. They make your stay like a living hell. So if you go in there for like 2 years, that 2 years is going to feel like 15 years. Because they're going to put you through hell. All that mouth you gave them, they're going to say, all right, we got you. And then that 2-year stay turns into like, it feels like 15 years. It feels like 15 years. Now, with this topic, because like I said, like when I do my topics, I like to get a little feedback or whatever the case may be. Now, I don't put, on J-Spot, we don't put people on blast and air people names out or whatever. But I have a friend who came to me and was like, yo, that's a good topic, you're going to talk about tonight. Because, you remember back in the days, I was on them corners and, I got caught up. And after I did that time, I left that alone and I'm doing my 9-to-5. And he's still doing his 9-to-5 to this day. Now, listen to this. He's doing his 9-to-5. He got I believe it's an Audi Jeep. It took him years. It took him like about 3-4 years to get that. But the point I'm trying to make, like, he worked and worked and worked and saved up that money to have an Audi Jeep, to have his own. I think he live in a condo, I believe, or it's not. I think it's a condo. Live in a condo, and then he has like 2 motorcycles. Now that came from working a 9-to-5. That came from constant saving. That came from constant grinding. Now, yeah, with the drug deal, he could have probably got that in like a month. I mean, not a month, like 6 months to a year. Yeah, but then he would have to watch his back. So when I brought this topic up to him, he was like, yo, talk about that. Preach about that. Let them know, like, that whole drug dealing life is not what it's cracked up to be. It's too much you got to look out for. And I salute my homie because he's doing his thing. He's doing a 9-to-5, and then now he's trying to do like his on the side, like I guess like on weekends he do like his own little thing on the side to get extra money. So he's grinding. He got into the drug game. He saw it wasn't for him. He got jammed up, did a couple time, came home, and got on his feet. Never looked back once. Never looked back. And I salute him for that. And if he do watch this episode or tune in, like, I salute my homie for that. Because he did that. And I salute him for that. Another comment from Brown. In In jail, you only make 10 cents a day. That is way worse than working a 9 to 5 in society. You hear that? Let me read that again. In jail, you only make 10 cents a day. That is way worse than working a 9 to 5 in society. So look at that. In jail, you making 10 cents a day when you could be out having your freedom, making $9 or $10 an hour. Notice 10 cents a day opposed to $9 to $10 an hour. So who's really winning here? Like, let's be logical about this. Like, who's really winning here? That fast money is not always what it seems to be. It's not always cracked up to what y'all think. It comes with too many expiration dates. Believe it or not, it comes with too many expiration dates. That's crazy, Brown. Like, look at that, 10 cents a day. Like, if I was to, God forbid, if I was to go from making $16 an hour to go to the corners to make fast money and then to get jammed up to go into prison to be making 10 cents a day, that will drive me insane. You hear me? That will drive me insane. That's why I always tried my best not to get jammed up, to get caught up, to do nobody state time. I'm not doing nobody state time, nobody federal time. Nah, that's not happening. It's not. Sorry. I'm not leaving 16, 17, 18 hours an hour to go make 10 cents a day. Like, does that even sound right to you? 10 cents a day? Like, nah, that's crazy. Nah. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I can't do that. Not me. So, I don't know. Just to my, people out there that's watching, and to those who share this episode tonight, like, if you know someone that's caught up in that street game, like, if you can, just talk to them and tell them, like, yo, get out of this. Go do that 8 to 4. Go do that 9 to 5. Go do that 10 to 6. If the day shift is not good enough for you, do the night shift. You could get an overnight job, 10 to 6 p.m. 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Like, you could get something like that. If you're a day person, do day job. If you're a night person, do a night job. At least you know you got clean money coming in and you got a paycheck coming in. And you don't have to watch your back. And you could grind and grind and grind and be happy and take care of your family. So, it's the truth. It's crazy. Good topic, brother. You speaking real jewels. This is a good topic for young adults and teens to listen to. Real knowledge is spoken. Thank you, bro, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It means a lot. It means a lot because, this generation that we growing up in, like, these kids are really lost. And they only know the good side of they only know the good side of the street life, but they don't know the consequences that come behind it. They don't know the repercussions that come behind it. And as the older peers on these blocks that people look up to and stuff like that, these older peers need to tell them, like, yo, little homie, this ain't for you. Stay in school. Go get a job. Go work at the airport. Go do a trade. Like, growing up for me, I didn't get that kind of knowledge from my older peers. I had to open my eyes and learn on my own. I had to watch other people. I had to see homeboys, see them today, then tomorrow here they got hit with 15 years, or here they got hit with 100 years. And that opened my eyes. That opened my eyes, seeing people I grew up with getting grabbed up left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right, doing crazy time. That opened my eyes to say, like, yo, that street life ain't for me. Don't get it twisted. Like, I dibble and dabbled in the streets or whatever, but I'm blessed to say I made it out. I'm blessed to say I graduated from them corners. I'm blessed to say I'm just blessed. Real talk, like I'm just blessed. A lot of people I grew up with aren't so blessed. A lot of people I grew up with still doing time. Still doing time. And then that's another thing too. You get hit and you do time. That's when you see where your real friends and family are. That's when you see who's really riding with you, who's really in your corner, who's going to really, get a care package and send it to you, who's going to really jump on that bus and come visit you. That's when you see who your family and friends are. So for me, I didn't have to go that route. I saw what it was offering. I said, nah, make a U-turn. Got on the right path. Real talk. But thank you for that, bro. Thank you. I appreciate those words right there. Thank you. And I'm coming up to my hour mark. This was a great topic, though. I ain't even gonna front. I'm glad, I talked about this topic. So, like I said, if y'all could just share this topic, and for the young masses that's out there that will watch it, hopefully my words and these jewels will lay on their brains, and they'll think and they'll be like, yo, I'm redirecting myself. Have a good week, brother. Peace and maintain. Thanks, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. Salute. I appreciate it. You too as well. Like, continue grinding and pushing and doing your thing. Standing firm and standing tall and grinding. Keep doing it, big bro. Keep doing it. But, like I always tell people, if it's anything you want me to talk about, you want me to get on the air on Jay's Spot, just shoot me an email. We could talk about it. I'll get it up there on the air. I will get it up there on the air. But, before I go, I'm terribly sorry. Of course, big bro, of course. Vicky, thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Yeah, so like I said, if there's anything you want to talk about, just shoot me an email. And my email address is actorjrichards@gmail.com. Once again, that's actorjrichards@gmail.com. So, just shoot me an email. Anything you want me to talk about. Everything is, confidential. No names will be said on the air. If it's a situation, anything you want me to talk about, just shoot me that email and I'll get up on the air, and we'll bring it to light and we'll talk about it. So until next Tuesday, we will be on episode 28. Until next Tuesday, all you out there, have a great week, have a great weekend. Keep pushing, keep grinding, keep standing tall, keep being solid and certified, and keep doing your thing. Before I go, the other night, I had a little bowling match, and I lost, and I said I was going to come on the air and be a man about it, and said that I lost, and I can admit it, I lost in bowling, but I was a little rusty, so it will be many more matches to come, and my true colors will show. So like I said, I am a man about that, and I lost that bowling, so I said I was going to put it on the air. So there you have it. To those who was tuned in to my Facebook Live last week, I went bowling, so I lost. So I'm a man. I'm admitting it. But for the rest of you guys, I will catch you guys next Tuesday. And once again, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you guys that click the heart button, the thumbs up button. I appreciate you guys that click the share button. I can't do all this without you guys. Like, I need your help. I need you. And just thank you for supporting me. And I'll catch you guys next week. Salute.